today we are so blessed. We are so fortunate to have an amazing panel who will be tackling all those questions. They are going to be answering all of our burning questions. So, ladies and gentlemen, please sit tight, relax, and let's all learn together. First up, I would like to call in the Vice President and Business Unit Head of Island, a sales and marketing practitioner with over 25 years of experience, though she doesn't look it, in strategic business planning and analysis, sales and marketing strategy development. She has also been key in creating real estate solutions for residential, commercial, leisure projects from high-end to affordable markets. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's all please welcome Miss May Lopez. A big hand for her, please. Good evening, Miss May.
Good evening, Sarah. Hi. How are you?
I'm good. How are you? Are you excited?
Okay. I'm very excited to have a fruitful discussion amongst our panel of speakers. But first and foremost, I'd like to greet each and every one of you. Magandang gabi. Thank you for joining us today in our Island second webinar.
All right. So thank you very much, Miss May, for welcoming everyone. And thank you for coming up with a second one, because again, from the previous one, we know that everyone was just yearning to learn even more. So let me just give you guys a quick trivia, okay? Sustainable property developer Island is actually here to really break down how their future-proof homes are designed to provide a resilient and enduring sanctuary for its residences. And this includes protecting against external threats, protecting against environmental risks, all very timely, while still creating that modern community that will allow us to thrive in the new normal and also beyond. So this is just, you know, I'm sure you guys are envisioning your future home. This is really what we're here for, to help you guys get excited and to help you make the right decisions. And this is the kind of home that we can definitely call the home of the future. Isn't this right, Miss May?
That's right, Sarah. From its inception back in 2018, Island has always been driven by sustainability. We promote well-being in our communities and ensure that we have environmental stewardship and social responsibility. For those people who've just tuned in and who don't know who Island is a real estate arm of ISOC Holdings. Our company is founded by Mr. Michael Kosikian, an innovator and game changer in the construction field. Our businesses are led by core values of ISOC. No? It stands ISOC, innovation, sustainability, operational excellence, and customer focus. Aside from real estate, we have other businesses. ISOC is also into the business of cold chain logistics. The brand that we carry is Orca Cold Chain Solutions. This is actually the first fully automated cold storage warehouse in the Philippines, and really magyayabang, or I'm really proud. I'm so proud that it's the most advanced in Southeast Asia. Aside from Orca, we also have ISOC E.Co Towers. It is the country's first common telecom towers. So with these two other businesses, I'll focus now on Island. Island have other projects as well. We have commercial spaces or office spaces with Island Bay Plaza. It's currently being constructed in the MOA area. We also have an integrated premier resort in Clark, Pampanga, and it is called Island Clark Neo. So very, very soon, we will have hospitality there. And for the residential brand, we carry Island Residences. Very soon, also, we will launch a project in Cloverleaf or in Balintawak. But tonight, we're really here to discuss Island Residences Sucat. In Island, we incorporate design that provides health and wellness benefits, even electricity and water savings to our home buyers. And as a mother myself, like you, Sarah, we make sure that our properties grow together with our customer across their life stages, and should also address the different lifestyle needs. And that is not lip service. We're very proud also to say that Island Residences Sucat is the first mid-rise condominium project that is LEED certified. No, so LEED being a world-class barometer for efficiency and sustainability. Design-wise, I know that we won't be able to be successful in launching Island Residences Sucat without our partners and our collaborators in this project. No, so we have, I think, here our collaborator who can expertly discuss the LEED features and LEED certified aspects of our future residents can reap.
Thank you very much, Ms. May.
In Island, we recommend that when people invest in new homes, they choose the ones that will be able to evolve with their needs. So for the foreseeable future, we see that we have to have mixed use, efficient, and sustainable places. I think those are the three keywords that you need to look for when deciding to a new home. Also, when we say that we have sustainable or green features, you might think, why should I look for a green or sustainability? Because each and every green building can really get 30 to 40% savings on your electricity. Wow. So when you're working, doing online schooling, and doing household chores all at the same time at home, those 30% savings can be a huge difference. Uso nga na nasha-shock tayo, 'di ba? Pag natin yung electric bill. So I think this is a big help, having those 30% savings. Also, you also must look at spaces, no? So as a property developer, we're always challenged to make the most units out of a floor plan. However, in Island, our units are very generous, no, in terms of their layouts and their cuts. And that's because we want to allow our residents the freedom to become flexible in their homes. During this quarantine, a lot of new passions have been discovered by each and everyone. I can hear that some of my friends begin to bake, no, or to cook. My sister actually went into this bake sushi thing. So they have a lot of desires, not just cooking or hobbies, but also being physical and being fit. So some would want to exercise at home to cope up with the stress of being cooped up indoors. So in the Island Residences Sucat, we offer not just one bedroom but also 2-bedroom units. And as you can see in the screen, no, most of the 2-bedroom units would have balconies for added personal spaces. And finally, we understand the need for sanctuary. So all the more now, we realize that where we live has to fulfill all of our needs, not just a place to sleep in, but a place where we can find peace and comfort. That's also why we have allotted more than half of our footprint to greenery, so our residents can still enjoy the relaxing benefits of nature. In this property or in this development, I can proudly say that kids are very safe to roam around because it is pedestrian friendly. All the vehicular traffic, we've designed it to be placed underneath or in the basement. So people can jog, people can walk, people can exercise without having that fear of having accidents outside. No, so it's very safe.
Thank you very much, Ms. May, for sharing all of that with us. Let's welcome back Ms. May. So, Ms. May, what are the qualities that a future-proof home should have that will help us cope with this new normal that we're living in? Go ahead, Ms. May.
Okay. Sabi nga nila, in real estate, you only look for 3 things. Yes. Location, and location. So with the experience of the lockdown, all of us realized the importance of strategic location. Because we are all cooped up in our homes, we needed the residents to be accessible to basic necessities, and that means if making sure that you're within walking distance or easy access to alternative means of transportation or even retail shops. In Island, it's also important that we have the basic essentials like laundry or drinking water already incorporated in our developments for the convenience of our residents.
Actually, even more so now because these necessities really have to be within reach. So, especially when you're raising a family, you really need to have that convenience. I think that's one thing that we've really realized during this time. Okay, so let's move naman to Architect Rick this time. May I ask you, Architect Rick, what was it like working with Island, and what were the features that you designed into these new normal ready homes that we have? Go ahead, Architect Rick.
So when we designed Island, it's during the pre-pandemic time. So the new normal for us then is has a different context. It's really more of the future trends, the cultural shift. So I think we have a slide to show as well, if you may, please. So back then, like 2 or 3 years ago, we really have this concept, the ultimate objective of designing for wellness. Siguro side trivia lang, the site is an old abandoned park, and really we wanted to create this park-like urban oasis in the metropolis because we want to celebrate the heritage and pay homage to the legacy of the site. That's why um, the division that we have for the site is really geared towards wellness. And luckily, the client ISOC responded positively to our proposition. Thus, the concept of really hinging on wellness. Next slide, please. Okay. So, this aspiration of creating the wellness for the environment takes many folds, and it will not just be possible if we're just going to put our ideas into action. It is a collaboration, as we've mentioned a while back, of many great minds, of the clients, of the other consultants. So it's a process that we have gone through from the inception till we come up with the final product. It's really finding that balance between the objective of the client and also finding that aspiration to provide quality living for an end user. And it's totally not far off what the client wants, the objective of its business, and also what we envisioned, putting our shoes into an end user experience that really blends well. It's a perfect marriage. So we don't have a very difficult task marrying both aspirations as well. Next slide, please. So moving forward, our proposition is uh, guided by the principles and core values of ISOC, which Ms. May already mentioned about innovation, sustainability, operational efficiency, and customer focus. That's why the name is ISOC, right? It represents the first word of these core values. And luckily, bringing this to life, the core values, into our design is not really difficult because in our design, that's really our ethos, our principle. In all of our design, we need to be innovative. We need to provide for sustainable features. We need to make sure that it's operationally efficient, and we have to be mindful to make it a human-centered design so it's more customer focused and relevant to their needs as well. So ultimately, we have coined this phrase we called e-community that is very suitable for island properties. E-community is a play of word between ecology and community. Ecology, of course, talks about environment, and community talks about the interrelationship of spaces, hinging on three important pillars that those are comfort, well-being, and sustainability. Next slide, please. And naturally, there's no way but for us to have this certification of LEED. It's a stamp that we want for the place because all the features that LEED is looking for is already in place. And as mentioned a while back as well, Island will be the first certified mid-rise condominium in the Philippines. So congratulations to the team as well. Next slide, please. So In terms of amenities, going for the green and sustainable features, it really has to make tough decision. Imagine for Island, we devoted 1.3 hectares of open space. That's equivalent to 40%, close to 50% of the buildable area of the land. And by doing that, it reaps a lot of benefits in terms of the comfort to the end user and also to the environment. Imagine the amount of greens, the amount of trees, the plants, and the landscape that we can build all around the development to reduce and have an ideal ambient temperature for comfort cooling. Imagine the amount of airflows that can be promoted with the buffers between buildings. Imagine the heat island effect that can be reduced with the presence of all these trees. Imagine the water runoff that can be reduced and hopefully reduce as well the risk of flash flooding because we were able to provide for impermeable pavers as well. And again, going back to this concept of the urban oasis, as mentioned before again, this courtyard effect in the ground floor really is a pedestrian friendly environment. There would be jogging path, bike trails, and even a pet park. Again, it's really conducive for this kind of development in as an urban oasis because the vehicles are separated from the pedestrians, so people are free to roam around in this level without the hassle of minding where their cars are going to be in their way. So it's really this amenity, this thoughtful and purposeful allocation of open spaces and buildable areas, and making sure that the buildings have breathing spaces in between as well. Next slide, please. So this is just a top view. Again, this is a view showing the courtyard, the views from your units showing the greeneries that really promotes the sense of well-being inside the apartment as well. Here is a view of the urban plaza, a shot of the pools. Um, Here's an interesting if you can go back, is an interesting slide because this shows you the delightful experience one would have if going to access your unit, because traditionally in most of the condo buildings that we have, we always funnel through a long dark corridor, but here in Island we opted to create this central courtyard or atrium, bringing the outdoor experience inside as well. So we have promoted natural light, natural ventilation, and the experience to get inside your unit becomes also delightful experience as well. And here in island development, what we designed for as well is a loop corridor. Even prior to pandemic, we've already designed for it to have a loop corridor. So imagine this shifting to the new normal, observing safety protocols like observing physical distancing. We can opt to, for example, have a one-way traffic so that we can avoid cross contamination, and people don't have to pass by one another because essentially they can pass through a loop corridor as well. So even before pandemic, the building is already designed for the future normal. Here is a shot of the elevators, a shot of the floor plan, where here on the next slide probably we'll be able to show you how the flexible design can really put into four. As mentioned, the shift to work from home, to study at home, online schooling has really evolved the way we work, the way we live, the way we study. And the more that our spaces become more flexible, the more that the spaces becomes that allows more that accommodates more flexibility to reconfigure, to relay out to the need that we want based on the time that we're spending on our places of dwelling really is important. Here is a shot of a typical unit showing a living and dining area, a shot of the bedroom, another shot of a typical bedroom. Next slide, please. And then the next slides really focuses on the purposeful application of the program amenities, which really promotes the well-being, making sure that the community is conducive for social interaction, conducive to promote physical and mental well-being by having a fitness center, by having a multi-purpose court for basketball, by having these lounge areas, and also by having a playroom with billiards on the next slide. So I guess these features that we designed for in Island specifically does not intended to address the COVID pandemic issue. But before that crisis happened, we already thought of the new normal in a way that we evolve the way we live, the way we work. And I think shifting to this new normal, the way we design the building is going to be an easy shift.
We are now going to move on and hear more great news this time, because I know Miss May is ready to present us with a lot more information, perhaps the questions that we usually have in our heads that we don't get, or we get a little shy to ask. So Miss May will be taking care of that. And more importantly, at the very end, she's going to be giving us some great news. So ladies and gentlemen, once again, let's please welcome Miss May. Yes, go ahead, Miss May.
No, I just wanted to give information as to our prices. No, so you were asking earlier,
Yes.
Ryan and Dino,
Yes.
where to start, and really studying the price is the way to go. So for our one bedroom, our price is around 3 million to 3.5 million, and that is for a 30 square meter unit size. For our two bedroom, especially the ones with balcony, we have the price range is 4.5 to 6 million. That is 44 to 57 square meters. So normally the average of our two bedrooms are 49, around 49 to 50 square meters. Also, to explain, of course, there are payment terms. No, so our standard payment terms, you pay 20% over 33 months, and you pay 80% after. This is the balance via lump sum cash. Probably after saving and paying your down payments for 33 months, you can pay na the 80% in cash, or there are a lot of banks that are doing end user financing. So you can also pay the 80% through bank financing. We have a promo term, no, to make it really more affordable to the Filipino families out there. For those who can't shell out the 33,000 in the previous slide, we showed how much would that be. We are giving, we have 30 slots, no, 30 slots for buyers who are willing to buy, and this is a 10% down payment. This is over 32 months. This is around 15,500 every month, no? So for the next 32 months, 15,500, and then you will have to pay on the 33rd month a 10% spot. So that's around 562,000. More time for you to save up, so you can shell out the 562,000. And then again, just like the earlier, the standard term, the 80% balance for about 4.5 million through the bank, or again through lump sum cash. Also, we have you're saying siguro naman, if I'm willing to invest now and part ways with my money, if it's not going to be the spread down payment, pwede rin namang spot down payments, no? So we're giving this much discounts. I think it's on the screen. 200,000 outright discount for spot 20%. So more savings, no? More savings.
It's huge.
For the people. 50,000 outright discount if it's naman 10%. spot payment, and 25,000 outright discount for spot 5%.
Or generous packages that you don't really see in the market these days. I'm sure a lot of people are quite surprised that they're very accommodating packages. So
Yeah.
for sure, those who have been wanting to invest in their future home are now a little bit more or extra excited to take that next step. So thank you for sharing these promos, Miss May. Anything else that you'd like to share with us?
Earlier, I saw a question that was
Okay.
flashed on the screen. They were asking if there are interior design packages that we will offer. Not for now because we are doing pre-selling. But we're excited to finish and complete our showroom. And that would give you interior design ideas as well. So
Oh.
hopefully, when we finish it, we will also invite people, and we'll also show our interior design units, also together or in partnership also with Aidea.
So that always helps, diba, to give you more inspiration, to give you ideas on how to really make your home, your space. Kasi nga sabi ni Architect Rick kanina, ultimately, kailangan it has to be something that makes you happy every day. So, syempre, with that help, that will also add to that. Anything else, Miss May, that you'd like to add?
I'd like to say thank you to you, Sarah,
Thank you for
for
having me.
this, getting us through this discussion. I think it was a fruitful discussion. I learned a lot also from Architect Rick, Ryan, and Dino. I'd like to say thank you to the three of them. They've
Yeah.
always been a good collaborator and partner of Isocland. So, and lastly, I'd like to say thank you to the viewers and the audience who took the time, no, to join us for about an hour or an hour and a half. Thank you very much.
Time well spent, I think, Miss May. We have here Melanie Soriano who says home of the future for a very affordable price. So a lot of people are really, I think they've gotten the message that we're trying to send tonight. Quickly just going through everything that we've gone through today. Thank you very much to Miss May, again to all of our speakers who have shared wonderful insights. I think everyone is quite more equipped now. Thank you very much. A round of applause for Miss May Lopez, VP or Vice President and Business Unit Head of Island. A round of applause for her, please. Maraming salamat.